In today's video, instead of actually giving a story about this particular dream that I had and that I'm drawing for you guys today, I have just decided to just have a bit of a conversation about dreams in general, and in particularly just talk about this one because I don't really have a story. Like, I do have a story for it, but I don't have anything that's like, this is not exactly creepy or anything, but I just wanted to draw it because it is quite an interesting dream that I did have. With a lot of the dreams that I do have, I have a lot of other different sort of details in that I don't particularly want to draw them exactly as I dream them. And the first one that I did do, I think it was the first one, which involved the blonde in the lake. I drew that basically exactly how I saw it because that dream was pretty vivid and I didn't want to take away any of the details from that one. The one that I did about the demons eating my legs, I just done that from a bird's eye view because I saw that from like first person. I was actually sitting there looking down at my legs, and it was me and I was horrified, but I sort of changed that up and around to sort of look like this horrible sort of looking woman. And then with this one is also a little bit changed as well, but also captures the details of what I dreamt about, and I'm hoping that makes sense. How this dream started off was the so-called man or doll, wooden doll type thing sitting on the chair. It was really funny. One night I had a dream and it was about Giorgio Tsoukalos from Ancient Aliens. So basically I was hanging out with Giorgio, and if you don't already know, I love Giorgio. I think Giorgio should be president of the world. I just think he's just the best. I've got a platonic crush on him basically. And this dream, for some reason, I don't know where we were, the background was just nothingness, and I was gluing Giorgio back together, and he had all these wood pieces on him exactly like what you see on this wooden thing, this wooden doll type thing that you're seeing on the screen. I was gluing him back together. He was falling to pieces, and I was watching all these little wood panels just like fall off of him, and I'm just like, oh my god, what is happening? We've got to like try and glue you back together so you can function and be a person or whatever the hell he kind of was. So here I am with some glue, just tipping glue everywhere, trying to close all these wood bits back onto his body, and that's basically all the dream was. So I captured myself, as you can see in the background there, because in most dreams, unless I'm actually dreaming about certain body parts, in dreams, like, I feel as though I don't have a body really, especially if I'm not focusing on something like my body in the dream. So it just sort of feels like nothing. So basically I've just like drawn this kind of disembodied head and chest part with these disembodied arms with the glue, and sort of just put strings on them to sort of portray, kind of like give the whole atmosphere of this illustration like a very marionette type feel, because it was yeah, it was very doll-like, especially when like I'm trying to glue Giorgio back together. He was like half a wooden doll, and it was weird. Like his body was like, it wasn't his, but his head, his head was on this body that I was trying to glue back together. Anyway, I'll digress back to this thing that's, you know, gluing him back together. So basically what I did was I just had these things floating in the air, just these arms coming across, and just sort of like one's holding the shoulder of this thing, and then the other one's got the glue and dribbling glue down to try and glue him back together. The only thing I'm not overly happy with was the arm that the glue is, like that hand, that whole arm that the glue is in. I don't know, there's some sort of, I don't know what the hell I've done there, and I sort of can't bend my brain around to work out how I have sort of like done this arm. It just looks, it looks wrong. It looks like it's like bent and back to front. I don't know. I only sort of really noticed it after I finished the illustration, but it was just weird. Top of her head, with that plate that's sitting on top of her head, that I had the intentions to sort of bring that one side down, so it went across and then it just went up on the other side, so it looked like it wasn't supposed to be symmetrical. But I don't know, I didn't execute that right, and now it sort of looks like I haven't centered it properly, but my intentions were to not even have it symmetrical. So yeah, if you're sort of thinking that it's like totally like shit and it's off-centered from the center of the face, it's because it's meant to be like that, but I just didn't do it properly. So yeah, there's that. But the other thing is to like, probably in the last 2, 3, 4 months, I've just been having the weirdest dreams, and I've been having sort of like a dream every night. Like I dream every night without fail. Sometimes I can remember things, sometimes they're very vivid, and I've just been having like reoccurring dreams about certain things. Like there's this house that it's not a reoccurring, like the same dream reoccurring every night. It's a continuation on, and it's this particular house, and it's a massive mansion, but it's haunted, and it's in this area where I live, but the area is totally different, and there's a road that, and I don't know if this is like a, you know, I'm tapping into like a parallel universe or what, I just don't know. But I have this dream about this house, and sometimes I go to it, but me and my partner own it, but we're not ready to go into it, and we're sort of trying to like fix it to rent it out. But it's haunted, and there's awful things in there. And it's weird, like it's the weirdest thing. Like I've even tried to sort of rack my brain about the location that this house could be, and I don't know. There's no, like it's part of the, like a certain section here where we live, but it's just totally restructured different, like the road's different, and it's like I don't know, it's weird. Like yeah, it's the weirdest dream, and that's been going on, that particular dream's been going on for probably a year, like with this house, and it just continues on. Like I don't have a dream every night about it, but like I might have a dream a couple of times a week, but then it might be a month before I have another dream about this house, and it's weird how dreams work like that. They're the weirdest things ever, and yeah, I tend to, I just accept it, because it's always been a part of me. I've always dreamed. Like my parents don't dream at all, unless Mum's had visions in dreams, like visions at night, and she's only had, like, she reckons she can only count a handful of visions that she's had in her whole life. And my dad doesn't dream much. Like he said, he might have one dream maybe every couple of years, but yeah, he never remembers if he does have one, and if he does remember it, it's like every couple of years, probably not even that. Like yeah, it's weird. But I dream every night. My mind is completely just constantly going all the time while I sleep, and it's probably a reason why I wake up every morning just feeling drained. Like, the biggest thing with me is I don't feel like I've had a restful night's sleep. Like, I've never felt like that. I always feel like I've been through the ringer, like I've run a marathon when I wake up, and I don't know why. I've had tests done for that. It's just nothing ever comes up. Why this is, I never felt refreshed like a lot of people feel refreshed after they've had a sleep. Not me. Nope. But anyway, yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this illustration. I ended up doing a black background with an acrylic marker, just filled it in. I wanted a black void in the background, so you could see the strings off the chick in the background with her, you know, limbs and shit with strings and whatnot. And yeah, again, hopefully you enjoyed this, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.